Go ahead.
Thank you.
Go ahead. I was trying to give her.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you very much for coming back to me, and thank you for calling
absolutely.
me. So this is the first time I've been able to ask you a question, so I'd like to ask you two, if that's all right. First is just a clarification on the new online policy task force that was set up that the Vice President is leading, and then the second one about a significant press access issue that's impacting a lot of us in this room.
Okay.
The first one on the online policy task force that the Vice President's leading, that's getting kicked off today. On a background call last night, we were told that it's going to be different from the Disinformation Governance Board in that it's going to focus on illegal conduct online. But the memo creating it was a little bit broader and mentioned, and I'm quoting from the document, quote, online harassment, abuse, and disinformation campaigns targeting women and LGBTQI+ individuals who are public and political figures. Could you clear up the disinformation charge of this?
So I would need to talk to her team. I was not on the background call, so that specific language that you're providing to me, I would just have to check in with her. I would also encourage you to check as well with her team. I can't say more because I wasn't on the background call.
Thank you. And the press access issue, for more than a year now, the White House Press Office has been having everyone in this room RSVP to presidential events in the East Room, the State Dining Room, the Executive Office Building. And then there is a process where people are selected and able to go into these presidential events where the president often takes questions. The Correspondents Association has tried in vain to figure out how this process works. And over time, it has kind of morphed into a bit of a blacklist where certain large media outlets, such as my own, are almost
blacklist.
never. Well, I mean,
That's
I'm just saying I represent the fourth largest newspaper in the country, and I haven't been selected since November. So can you?
That's a jump to a blacklist. But I'm listening. I'm listening.
I mean, it's not just me. Certain others.
Oh,
are,
okay. I didn't realize
and
that.
the Correspondents Association actually wants this to be done away with. But I was hoping that you could. I know you're new in the position, but perhaps explain how the.
Can I look
selection
into it?
works.
Can I look
Yeah.
into this? Because I actually don't know what the process that you're speaking of. I think blacklisting is a very strong word to use. We have been, we try to make sure, do our best to make sure that press gets to hear from the president directly. It is important for us. It is important for you all. It's important for the American people. And so that has been a priority. So let me look into this process that you're speaking of. Without having all the.
Getting an answer to the Correspondents Association.
I speak. You're talking about Steve Portnoy. I talk to Steve all the time. We're talking, I believe, if not today, tomorrow. We're checking in, and we'll have that conversation for sure. I'm sure he'll bring it up, and so we'll have that conversation.
Why do you keep doing this? Saying that you call on people you've never called on, but you don't really.
I just called on someone. Go ahead.
Karen,
You have the last
doing
question.
A great job as press secretary.
So-
You have to- go ahead.
Thanks, appreciate that. So you took a question earlier about Clarence Thomas, and you said it was up to the